What up, Hope Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten, back at it again. As many of you know, I was homeschooled for a majority of my school career. From 6th grade through 12th grade, my schooling consisted of me, some packets of work, and the dining room table. It was good for me because I was able to work at my own pace on everything, which is why I was able to graduate high school when I was 15 and then subsequently go to college. Anyway, I didn't go to public school for middle school or high school. So my only exposure to high school type things came through television. And as I addressed in a video earlier this week, the only television that I was allowed to watch was Disney Channel. So suffice it to say, I didn't have the most realistic gauge on high school. And I knew that, I was aware of that, but that just means that I was and am actually completely ignorant of how high school worked. Like, I just literally have no clue. You guys could be like, yeah, there were underground speakeasies. And I'd be like, yeah, that fucking makes sense. You know, they can't supervise you 24/7. Like, you could literally tell me anything and I would just be like, I don't know, that sounds like it could maybe be legit. Oh, you know what? Another exposure that I had to high school is like books, like young adult books and the way they write about high school. There's this series, it was called Popular. Man, lots of drama there. The Clique, the A-List, but somehow I feel like those were not giving me the complete picture. I'm telling you guys all this because today we are here to watch Casually Explained High School, and I'm very excited about this video. One, because it's been a minute since I've watched any Casually Explained. I actually can't even think of the last time I watched a Casually Explained video. And two, finally, someone will reveal the mysteries of high school. And I feel like I've worked hard. I deserve that. I need to know what went on in those hallowed halls, okay? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe and sanitized. Feel free to talk to me about your experience in high school down in the comments below, but I no longer have anything to say, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Bloop. Sponsored by ExpressVPN.
Dope.
Now, the whole point of high school is pretty simple. It's 4 years of exposure therapy for your host of teenage insecurities, mixed in with a few facts about cell division. During this time, you're trying to answer the important mortal...
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. That's apparently a thing that you guys learned, right? I probably learned it, but not quite like that.
During this time, you're trying to answer the important mortal questions in life, like, who am I? Who are my true friends? What do I want to contribute to the world? What does a boob feel like? All questions you'll likely never find the answer to.
Damn.
So one thing everyone tells you in high school is to be yourself. But the problem is when you're 16, pretty much the only thing you care about is trying to be like everyone else. Nevertheless, what they really mean is you should go out and pursue the things that you enjoy so you can figure yourself out.
Got it.
The problem is that during high school, other kids can be harsh and judgmental and make you feel like the hobbies and activities you enjoy make you lame and uncool. Fortunately, this completely changes when you're an adult because people are lonely and keep their thoughts to themselves. When you're in high school, your mind is young and impressionable, and therefore incapable of nuance. If someone laughs at your joke, now you're the class clown. If your crush gets a boyfriend, now you're alone forever.
Damn.
If some kid makes fun of your sketchers, time to start writing the manifesto. As a teenager, this is the first time you really start to build a personal identity for yourself, and in high school, this is pretty low resolution. Athlete, jock, stud, gamer, whatever you prefer to call yourself.
I was very confused. I was like, I thought jocks were the same thing as athletes. I now understand the joke. Do you see how like little my brain comprehends any of this? Like, I'm so dumb, guys.
As you probably know, a lot of adults tell you that high school doesn't really matter, so you should just enjoy it. And that's true in the sense that there are hundreds of people you're never going to see again, so you do get a hard reset on the time you said orgasm instead of organism, or when you were in geography class and mispronounced Niger. But what that doesn't mean is that you shouldn't care about high school, because unresolved experiences and insecurities from your youth can affect you for your entire life. For example, one time I got rejected by a girl, and now I have 200,000 Reddit karma. Now, a lot of teenagers think they're invincible, but I personally didn't get that at all. I remember kids were doing drugs, getting girls pregnant, and fucking up the rest of their lives while I was at home studying videos of how to order at Subway.
Oh, God.
It is true, though, that no matter what, you are going to do a lot of stupid stuff in high school, and this is because your brain hasn't fully developed yet.
Right.
In fact, science has shown it isn't until the age of 25 that your brain finally starts to develop. Until then, it's just...
So basically, what you're telling me is, even though I didn't go to high school, so because I didn't go to high school, all of my embarrassing teenager moments occurred in college around adults. Well, you know, some, like, they were all adults, right? Because they were all over 18, but like adults, right? But they're older than me. So anyway, what you're saying is I can just toss all that out the window because I wasn't 25 yet. Because if that's what you're telling me, that's definitely what I'm going to do. Because God, I was insufferable. Just the worst.
Just empty space inside your skull where stolen mannerisms and personality traits bounce around aimlessly until they randomly pop out during conversation in response to anxiety. Of course, during high school, you mostly finish going through puberty, which means you unfortunately stop growing in both height and length. Through the process of puberty, your body becomes fully biologically capable of reproducing. You know, just in case. Now, one of the most important things in high school is dating, because for most people, that's when you have your first relationship.
Got it.
The thing is, it can be really scary asking someone out because you've never done it before, but it's really a pretty straightforward process. All you have to do is glance at your crush during class every now and then, make eye contact at some point, and then you just fantasize about your relationship for the next 3 years until they start dating someone else.
Oh no!
The good news is that by the end of high school, you've been around your classmates for nearly a quarter of your whole life. So everyone has already made their mind up if they like you or not.
Okay.
So the fear of getting rejected really doesn't make any sense in this context, because if you ask someone out and they say, ew, no. It's not like they just decided that the moment you asked them out. They've been thinking that for years.
Oh no!
In general, dating is difficult in high school because when you're a teenager, you don't really have any life experience, so there's not much to talk about.
Right.
And you might be thinking, well, what if we go on a date, but they don't like me for who I am? Like, bruh, when you're 16, you don't either, so just leave it to your mutual fear of dying alone. One of the best parts of high school is graduating, because you think to yourself, damn, I was really stupid those last 4 years. Glad I finally get it now. And yeah, that's going to keep happening, so I highly recommend you keep that in mind literally all the time. Now, one of the worst experiences you'll get after you graduate is looking back at missed opportunities.
Oh no!
You'll run into a girl you had a crush on years later, and she'll be like, honestly, I thought you were so cute in high school. And you'll be like, oh, why didn't you tell me?
Right.
And she'll be like,
Talk
well,
to me.
I am telling you now. And you'll be like, oh, but I needed to know then. As you waddle away sadly.
And she's just like, bruh, hello? Hello?
What is genuinely good news about graduation is that you finally finished the tutorial and have begun the rite of passage into adulthood, where your path first splinters and differentiates itself from your classmates. Some of your friends will go into computer science at university because they want to become as charismatic as Mark Zuckerberg. Some of your friends will go into trades so they can afford to live and make more trades. And some of your friends will say, I want to take a gap year and travel. Which means I want to have sex with Europeans.
Oh,
so whatever your dream, just know that you have a long life to achieve it. So no need to worry about finding a hot German girlfriend on your first try. And there's just one thing to remember when you leave high school and choose your path into the future. It's that student loans follow you forever and are legally unforgivable even under the circumstance of death.
Forever, guys. Forever. I have student loans. And it's a very depressing thing for me. I'm just ignoring them. Like, at this point, y'all are never getting your money. Like, y'all, I will die before you guys get that money. Like, honestly and truly. I enjoyed this video, but it wasn't detailed enough. It wasn't It wasn't detailed enough. It wasn't informative enough. I need to know the minutia of how it worked. How did you guys get to school? How did it work going to classes? What did you learn in your classes? How did walking in between classes work with all those people there? Like, I don't want to say that I wish I could go to high school for a day because I have social anxiety. And so like, I don't actually want to be around that many people at one time, but I just wish I could watch somebody else go through high school. But like not now. I don't want to go to nowadays high school. That seems lame. No offense, but I'm, you know, I don't want to hang out with a bunch of like younglings. But like of high school back when I would have been in high school. So that's what, like 13 years ago now? I want to go to 13 years ago high school. That's what I'm trying to experience. I don't think, unless somebody develops a time machine, I don't think that's gonna happen. Like I said earlier in the video, please feel free to talk to me about your high school experience down below. I feel like it can't be as bad as everyone says it is, you know? You feel me? Y'all feel me. Y'all feel me. Anywhoozin, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave your reaction requests and recommendations down in the comments below. And other than that, peace out, ho biscuits. It's Skittin' Lit.